What is going on, guys? It is your boy Lorenzo or L.Zo, and welcome to the F's in the Chat podcast. If you couldn't tell, we're in a very, very different setup. so,
Discord.
so
Quite
yeah,
frankly.
for today's podcast, we have Zacharias,
What
Steve,
up?
um, we have Nick, and our special guest today, Illgo or Ethan.
What up?
That's me. Hello.
So how are y'all feeling? Quarantine's
Wait, am I a
quarantine-
special guest too? Because I've never been on a podcast.
Oh yeah.
This is, for those of you watching, this is the owner of Ryan Studios that is joining us tonight.
Yeah, and Ryan doesn't have a good computer to get Discord. Duncan, I don't really know. We didn't really talk to him. He could have gotten it.
And he's off.
That
with,
would have been cool.
He's in quarantine. He can't really go anywhere.
Yeah, he's he's in his basement.
Just chilling down there.
Yeah.
So, Ilgo, please tell me about yourself. What do you do for
YouTube stuff.
YouTube stuff?
Define
Yeah,
YouTube stuff.
stuff. Inconsistent uploads. Well,
Seems to be
as far as I'm concerned, right now I'm doing like live streams and trying my absolute best to figure out what to do next with my channel, because I've been on kind of like a hiatus for like a month and a half. I kind of go on a long hiatuses because it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of busy a lot of the time. My job is like really, really hard. For the longest time, I have been through college. I graduated recently, and
Congrats on that.
yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. So it usually prevents me posting a lot of stuff and putting a lot of time constraint in. And now I can upload stuff technically, but the one thing I strive for is to make it like good uploads, like raw uploads, like really good.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
this now also to some degree, everyone can also say this at one point. I'm kind of lazy too. It's okay though. Sometimes we all need rest.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm so lazy, but I still have to go to work.
right now we're all in our lazy moments because of this quarantine right now, and we couldn't really. This would have been
like,
a perfect opportunity to do a recording stuff and all that, and you can't really do anything because we're all
Yeah.
stuck in our houses.
I mean, technically,
Yeah, 'cause
me
we're not allowed to
and
leave.
Nick aren't.
We
We
still-
get
I
we
got-
can, we pretty much are, Steve. We can only leave for work. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got fired.
Central work. You got
Yeah,
fired? You got
Yeah, I
fired
got
for
fired
what?
from McDonald's.
Why?
Yeah.
McDonald's.
one
That's
too
okay.
many
I'll
late,
tell you
one too
guys
many
why.
late
So
times.
basically, because basically what happened was, since I'm a counter person, I'm on counter. I take people's orders, and
Yeah.
but they closed down counter for obvious reasons. So basically, it's like they didn't need me. So like they would call me like the day before, and be like, hey, so yeah, we don't need you, so like don't come in, please. And I'm like, all right. So one Saturday, I just assumed that that they didn't really need me, because why would they, So then I was like 2 hours late to my shift, and I've been late a million times. I've been working there a year and a half. So they're like,
Oh.
this is your last straw, Lorenzo. Like we gotta fire you. And I'm like, all right.
Aw.
I hated it, honestly.
It's your next step in life.
It's so stupid. I mean, I'm getting into Ford, so
I mean, it's a better job, isn't it?
Wait, so they
Yeah.
just fired you because you're being late,
well, I've been late multiple times.
Oh boy.
but they just fired you because you were just
like
late.
let's say
Yeah.
I just started and I was late. They'd be like, oh, all right, but like I've been late so many times.
The new job's going pretty good.
Yeah.
My job's
Yeah.
going fine, but I just need to save the money for the car.
So
I quit my pizza
so
place
Zach,
job.
how does it feel to get out of the hole? Finally, is this your first channel debut?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, for those of you watching on the screen at home, we don't. The creator Zach, he doesn't really
Yeah.
come on
Yeah,
for too many podcasts or
Only-
videos
I
in
mean,
general.
you
We haven't
can
really
only-
seen him that much.
You can only see, or no, actually not see me, hear me in Ryan travel videos.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like, I'm kind of like a cameraman as well.
Are you guys breaking up?
Rush.
You guys sound like robots sometimes.
It's okay. Just
Maybe on
pixelation in the audio.
yeah, probably just like on my side.
But yeah, I don't appear in the videos. I kind of just direct people.
So you're a director of some kind.
Yeah.
For those of you who follow the official Instagram for Ryan Studios, if any post that you see on there, that is Zach posting.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's where you see him.
Yeah.
That's where you see him putting in the most.
He was like him or Chris is like 5 years old. He's probably incapable of doing most things.
Yeah.
Being a director is good. The majority of my first college and associate's degree was going for like filmmaking, essentially.
Yeah.
That's my target. I'm far better at like writing scripts and stuff and all that jazz than a lot of other things in the film base. But like that was my like profession goal. Whether or not it's good, especially since like science and engineering and mathematics and all that stuff are the leading world jobs. It's it's up to you. I'm just following what I enjoy, and film has always been something I've always
because
liked.
like my philosophy is don't do something you don't like because you're gonna have to do that for the rest of your life.
And I mean, if you're doing something you like, you're not working at all.
This is why I started the YouTube channel. Because this is
because if this blows up, he's gonna carry us.
And like I always said,
I don't think so.
when we I'm not saying if, I'm saying when, because I do have strong beliefs in our capabilities of acting and all that stuff, and I feel like that when we blow up or whatever, or it's gonna take a couple of years too. I'm taking all my friends with me, because I could never, done this without them, and it's a life-changing.
Great sentiment.
Yeah, it's a life-changing experience too.
It's pretty crazy.
And we've been doing this for 5 years already, since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cool that just in this community we get to, like with all these other channels, we get to exist right alongside them and say that we're a part of what's going into this metric.
Right.
And we're also making new friends along the way. Look at Dark Jedi.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yeah, we're friends with him now.
Now, what was the deal with that feud? Actually, I know this isn't my interview with you guys, but I just wanted to ask about that because that's a really interesting battle.
That's Nick. You want to sum it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Just put it in summary.
Basically, me and Steve were playing Call of Duty World War II. This was back when the game was out. We ran into him in a public match, and we were trash talking back and forth. And he ended up sending me a DM saying that he made a YouTube video about me. So I watched the video. I made my own video because I had my own YouTube channel at the time. And we both had relatively the same amount of subscribers at the time. So I was like, okay, I'll fire back. Why not? And it became this whole thing. And then we just stopped eventually. We stopped. Like I made a video, he made a video, I made a video, and that was it. It was done. We traded shots in the comments section after that. But he came back when my channel finally floundered and restarted it. So that involved, and he came on to Ryan Studios and was insulting everyone there. So everyone started beefing with him.
No, I actually came. I came to him and I said, let's start something with Ryan Studios. He never came to us. I came to him on Ryan Studios.
Yeah, and then we did the podcast.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I thought it was like a fun thing. I even talked to Dark Jedi myself after we are all done, with the feud or whatever. I told him every time you came out with a new video, I was excited to see it because I didn't take anything seriously. I thought it was all like a joke half the time. That's why I was telling Nick some of the times I think we should just call it, And I guess
it's not
so.
worth it.
You planned the whole Dark Jedi thing?
What are you talking about?
So you're the one that asked him to do all this shit to us?
I didn't ask him to do anything. I texted him through his comments through Ryan Studios that we are doing a diss track or a roast video on him or whatever, something like that. I didn't plan nothing. I just said I want to be part of the argument or fight or whatever. That's how we got brought into it. But
We made a few videos on him on the Ryan Studios cast. We made videos on him. He made videos back.
and a lot of those videos blew up too. You know.
Eventually, we just patched it up with him in the comments section, and I played some Call of Duty with him. That's how we ended up.
To the viewers at home, we're all cool now, so we don't encourage.
Yeah, Dark Jedi is actually a pretty interesting dude.
We don't encourage you to go over his channel and say bad things to him. We do encourage you to go check out his videos because they're actually pretty funny. So.
Yeah, I think we both like benefited from it. I would say.
This is how you guys squash beefs.
Huh?
Yeah. But like honestly, this whole quarantine thing has really restricted all of our abilities to do anything with our YouTube channels. I mean, really, I never post on my channel. Yeah, my channel's dead.
I'm trying to find the motivation to post on mine.
Honestly, I just
it's
don't
a small
edit.
one though. There's only. Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be editing if they're for so little subscribers because I only have 12.
I only do the human part. I don't do the upload yet. I
had 300, but that channel floundered, so I had to start a new one.
There is a video I'm uploading soon. I'm just doing the editing process.
I'm glad you guys realize that because it becomes stressful once you have to put more work into your videos. I'm gonna be very honest.
I know.
Because of Zach. Zach actually does a pretty good job.
I do all the editing and all the uploading on the channel, and
which I appreciate because you really make it look fucking fantastic. But then a lot of times,
honestly, Zach does a bang up job with that shit.
The only thing I hate about it is that when we later, when months pass, we look back onto the video, it looks like shit because how we act. Because we're watching ourselves do it.
Yeah, no, I think it's funny. Like me and Charlie hang out.
On the screen.
When me and Charlie hang out, me and Charlie and Zach, we hung out. We basically watch all the old videos, and it was funny as shit.
Yeah, that I enjoy. But then later you go see yourself, you're like, man, that video was just terrible.
No,
you know why, Steve?
Yo. Mind linking me one of those videos? One of the ones that Zach here edits?
I'm curious. Christmas one.
Oh, the Christmas special. Yeah, do the Christmas special, bro, with the when I first came on with the gingerbread houses.
Tell me that one.
That shit was funny as hell.
To be honest, behind the scenes, I actually smashed my gingerbread house.
Zach, you still have that video, right, of me hitting Steve in the head with the gun?
Yeah, it's in the bloopers.
All right, thank God.
Also, watch Lights Out Part 1 and 2.
Ethan, what were you saying?
I was just talking about linking me the videos. I want to see these the edits.
I actually I'm gonna go back onto the channel and look back at the bloopers for the
Actually,
Ryan.
could someone link the channel into the thing because I'm recording right now and I didn't want to go into the desktop or anything.
The studios channel or the one that one of your other channels, like the alternative one.
It's Ryan Studios.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Hang on.
But yeah,
I got you.
You know why,
right.
Steve? You know why, Steve? Because every video we make, we're progressing in acting, editing.
Yeah.
And
we get better with every video.
Yeah, we're also learning on this journey through YouTube.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
really cool.
Zach, did you post the bloopers for the Christmas episode for the first Christmas?
No bloopers got released yet.
Oh, so I was gonna look back onto it, but then
when I don't know how to say. I don't want to give out any spoilers or anything. When the show ends, all the bloopers will be released.
Okay.
It's the end, and then we're going on to new stuff,
Yeah.
Because we also want to move on to bigger things.
Oh my God! You put my birthday video up on here?
Yeah, man. There's a bunch of videos up on there.
Oh my God!
What is the episode called? Christmas is coming to town. The show episode.
Here, I'll link it.
I think it's season 3, episode 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember.
About it. The show season 3, episode 5.
Yeah, that's the one with Nick in it.
Hey, Zach, remember when we were in school?
This was me before I had an established character on the channel.
Dude, I remember when Zach showed us the classes he was in at school, and he would just tell me that, and I'd be like, "Oh my God!"
Voice is spot on.
And they were like, and I'm like, Miss, the Kachos were like, tell Steven he did a great job, or he's really funny. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
That was like, I thought it was kind of embarrassing a little because people are just seeing me, but it's also kind of cool that we improving viewers like to watch us.
Oh, are you talking about
Ethan? What would you say has been your most like satisfying experience on YouTube?
Most satisfying,
like as a creator.
Experience? Jeez, this is a tough one. There's a lot. So in terms of like the most satisfying thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. There's a lot. I'd have
like
to
the most like feel good moment you
actually,
had.
How long have you been on YouTube, Ethan?
Me? So it's kind of a weird ride because I didn't have a YouTube account until October 2015, and really funny enough, I never even knew I had a YouTube account up until mid 2017. And mid 2017,
we must be doing something wrong.
And mid 2017 is when I started making videos. I didn't really start to quote unquote blow up, I guess, until like early 2018. But honestly, that's not what I'm most well known for. My past videos, I'm most well known for my more current videos and my more current personas and topics and etc.
Yeah.
So I just stick with that stuff.
I've seen a lot of your videos, Ethan. It's some funny stuff.
I still gotta check it out.
Like your
I'm checking out the channel right now.
And your amiibo
Bro,
videos.
I remember this. It was like yesterday. The season 3, episode 5. It feels like yesterday.
You watched the Sonic movie 60 times in one night?
Oh, that's just absurdly obnoxious titles that me and my friends make to put up there. It's on purpose, of course. I have various stuff on the channel, like of course legit vlogs. That kind of thing is something we do fun. That's a personal favorite of a lot of my friends, particularly the ones that star in them. But my channel is a variety of things. But I'm mostly well known for my, how should I put it, amiibo related videos. And whether or not that's a good thing for me, I feel like I'm trapped in hell. It's what satisfies my viewers the most, and so I stick with those a lot.
Ethan,
very successful, man. 19.6K subscribers and over 8 million views.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Ethan.
That's...
When and how did you start your major growth on YouTube?
Okay, it's weird because I've had like comeback amounts of growth on like multiple different times, and they all vary in size. Now, my biggest view growth entirely was when I was making meme compilations, which, in my opinion, I don't like those anymore. Honestly, I really don't like those anymore. Those got me the most views, but what got me the most success and what seemed to develop most of my viewer base was when I started making all these amiibo videos and topics. And even to this day, that's what the majority of people come here for, talk about, review, personally suggest, and yeah, that's where I'm in right now.
Yeah.
Didn't we do a video?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Verrucked. Yeah, that was a fun day.
I'll link it right now. Wherever I find it. Now, of course, yeah. It's just, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about my YouTube experience.
And you said you started uploading 2017?
Yeah. If you go to my oldest videos, that's my oldest video. You'll see a major notice in like quality difference between the early videos, which I'm not ashamed in putting up, if you know what I mean, or keeping up, versus the newer stuff, which I am far more proud of, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and yeah, we started the channel actually started in 2017, but we've been making videos ever since early 2016.
I'll have to check it out because I'm already like legit interested in this series that you guys have, the show.
It's a big it's a series
I'll let Zach explain that one.
like it's a idea coming from my first, first smartphone, I should say. We did a video. Ryan, the main star, of course. We had a debate. We were trying to think if him or Chris would be like, who's the main character? Would you say would be him or Ryan?
The channel is named after Ryan, but the primary star of every single video is always Chris. So I would say Chris is the main character.
Sorry about that.
Like Ryan has the namesake of the channel, but he's not the main character.
Yeah, because it started off with Ryan. You know, the first 10 episodes were Ryan. You know.
Yeah, but then there was a new character introduced that has since taken. It's like basically one character. It's like Steve and Joe in Blue's Clues. Who's the main character there?
Yeah,
I'd say Steve because he was on the show longer. You know.
Yeah.
Right. Like Steve was on the show from '96 to 2002, and Joe was on it from 2002 to 2006. Don't ask me why I know that.
Know that?
Don't ask me why I know that.
Well, anyways.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Just happens to know every Blue's Clues anime protagonist, how long they've been on the show for.
Like Joe was only on the show for 4 years, and Steve was on it for 6. Steve left because he had different reasons.
Steve arc was 1996 to 2002, and the Joe arc was 2003 to 2007.
2007.
I think I'm not 100%. I'm just going off what I heard.
Well,
let me fact check myself to make sure I'm not saying incorrect shit.
Anyways.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh no, he's wrong. We gotta shout him and dox him out. Get this man.
no.
Dislike his videos. Destroy his career.
I only have like 4 videos on there, and I have one that Zach won't let me put up, even though it's super fucking funny.
I just can't have it up. I told you. I told you when
there will come a time. There will come a time when it goes
yeah.
up, but it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, because and anyways, like I was saying, you could see in every one of our videos, from the older ones to the newer ones, we are progressing very.
Nope, I'm fucking right.
Very well.
Notice.
I knew I was right. God damn it. From 1996 to 2002 was Steve Burns, and then Donovan Patton, who was Joe, played him until 2006.
Oh, 2006.
Yeah.
Not far off. Oh, yeah.
So
But
Joe was only on the show for 4, and Steve was on the show for 6. So I mean, I would say Steve is the character that everyone knows the most, because he was the longer host of the show.
Just got a letter. We just got a letter.
Yeah.
We just got a letter.
I wonder who it's
from.
So you know what I'm saying, Zach? Like Ryan was the first. He was the first like host, so to speak, for the 10 episodes. But then Chris came on and replaced him.
Yeah.
And then has since been on the show, for the majority of the episodes.
Yeah. And I mean, I agree, but I'm soon enough. All the newer characters, Charlie, Lorenzo, and Steve. I mean, Lorenzo's been on longer than you, Nick.
Yeah.
Lorenzo didn't even know that either. So, but yeah, the newer characters, I guess you could say, are gonna be in a lot more videos because, in my opinion, I don't want Chris to be in every single video since it's a group channel now.
Yeah.
And not just one or 2 or 3 people, it's going to be the majority of it. That's why we're going to, after this quarantine is over, we're going to go on to bigger things and do different things with the other characters, Steve's been on for a long amount of time, right?
Steve needs a spin-off series at this point.
Steve needs to do more.
The Adventures of Steve.
Yeah. Whoa, wait, I have an idea. What if we do a series all about me?
It's kind of like I just said that, Steve.
Yeah.
Our main thing is
God damn it.
We need to get the acting under control. We need to take more time. if we want to go bigger, we got to.
Well, I'm not going to school, and I'm working.
Ethan,
so the days that I'm off.
If you watch the Lights Out bloopers, but you posted that, right?
Yeah. No, I didn't post the bloopers.
Oh.
You can share the videos.
Okay, well, basically, like, I take a lot of takes to get my shot, especially when I'm a cameraman. Like, I had a huge argument with Ryan. It was freaking awesome.
Zach, you should post the bloopers in this chat.
I don't know. They're all.
Because that's not on YouTube.
They're not on this computer.
Oh shit! Just throw them on the computer.
I'll do it after the podcast when we're done with the podcast.
Oh, you don't have to do it. Fucking yeah, don't do it right now.
Yeah, I'll do it after the podcast because I don't want to let them out yet.
No, we don't have to put them on YouTube yet. But this is our private Discord. So
yeah, well, this podcast is going up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think we're gonna do this
Tuesday.
again.
Today's this Friday coming up. Oh yeah, we did another podcast with Charlie Bradley.
how is that going, by the way? Can you still not edit that?
I don't know what's going on with it. It's not working right with me, and I gotta figure out how to.
Do you want to just? We could reshoot it.
We don't have to because I still have it.
It's just the introduction.
No, it's not the introduction. The introduction is totally fine. The actual podcast part, it's not going for me. The Charlie's camera, his audio doesn't match up with the video, and I gotta mash them together. But like when I go to process or produce that video, that part of it, it won't produce, and I gotta figure out what's the problem. So
shit, man.
yeah. That won't be out for a while still. But yeah.
I guess this is the replacement that the people get.
Yeah, and plus this is in current times with the situation around the world right now.
Yeah, this shit is honestly. Can we talk about this for a second? Like, we have 184,000 plus confirmed cases in the country now. Like, that shit is starting to freak me out a bit.
In the state that we're in, Michigan, it's not.
It's over 7,000 cases.
Yeah, we're not really a great state for us right now.
Macomb is the third highest. Is the third highest in the state with cases right now. We have over 1,500 cases in Macomb County.
Yeah.
Detroit's really bad. Yeah.
Detroit is over 2,000. Yeah. It's a nightmare down there right now.
But yeah, we don't want to talk too much about this because time-wise,
when you go through, just bleep me out. Just
and
be like,
it's basically a depression, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we got to talk about the positive stuff.
Yeah.
Which there's, look, April has been bad.
We've got world peace now. We've got world peace now because of this.
But anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone realize what April is? What's happening in April? I'll send it in the chat right now.
And let me tell you.
What's happening? What?
Let me.
April 5th.
The end of the world.
Let me tell you.
Hotel Mario's birthday.
What?
I saw Avery the other day.
God damn it, Steve! Now is not the time.
Yeah, now is not the time.
Send it quickly. You know what? I'm gonna send it. Trust me, it's gonna be great.
I do have something to say.
Okay.
And Lorenzo can back me up on this. Having a birthday in March right now in this time is
oh
not
no,
the
it was
best.
I had the shittiest. I had the shittiest birthday ever.
This is what's happening in April.
Hey, happy birthday, Mario! Yo. That's not positive.
Because
Just any Mario, Hotel Mario.
Oh.
Me and Lorenzo's birthdays are in March and right next to each other, and it was not a good birthday.
Yeah, like I had that. We FaceTime my whole entire family. Like they couldn't actually be there, which sucked.
You know what I did for one night? My cake.
Huh.
Put candles on it, and I went like, and I was like, Dad, you think I'm gonna blow on this cake? And he's like, oh yeah, you're right. And what I did was I took my hands and I waved it over the cake to get the fire out on the candles. I didn't know what else to do because I wasn't gonna blow on it.
Renzo.
Yo, what's up?
Do you have any family in Italy right now?
Yeah, I when I went 2 years ago, I made a lot of friends.
How are they holding up?
I haven't talked to them. Oh, you're talking about family or friends?
No, do you have family?
Oh,
or
yeah.
friends?
So no. Yeah, I'm worried about that. Italy is like the worst country right now for the coronavirus.
Well, yeah, Italy has like 13,000 deaths.
Because I have a 97-year grandma, great grandma, and my other grandma.
97?
Yeah.
That's old.
She lived a good long life.
Because the thing about my family over there is they stay home. They don't like to go out. They're old. But my grandpa likes to go out in town every single night and day. It was hard for him to tell him to stay inside.
Get you.
I was actually supposed to go in April, like now, like today. Technically today I was supposed to be there.
Uh-huh.
But it got
Yeah,
down the drain.
I mean, What could you do?
Hey, but I got AirPods, so it's fine.
AirPods.
Steve, you want to tell us what you're watching right now?
The last video, Dark Jedi, do that part when you hear that all this stuff messing around. It's just hilarious.
Steve, we're in the middle of a podcast and you're watching something different. Seriously, man.
This is why we haven't blown up on YouTube yet, because we lose focus.
Oh yeah, we lose focus.
I'm just kidding, Steve. I'm not blaming it on you.
Nah, no, but because
I'm blaming it on Zach. No, I'm kidding.
When we record, we joke around. Like when we went up to, I'm not gonna say whose house, but let's say we went up to a house. You record Lights Out Part 1 and 2. We joked around most of the time. It was hilarious. Because really, we're just trying to hang out,
Ethan, you got anything else to add?
Okay, well, actually, we haven't gotten to the actual advice portion of the video, Ethan. Do you have any advice for us?
I'm gonna be honest. All right. First.
Oh yeah, please be honest.
I think I've said it. Subscribers do not determine how skillful the person is at video making, or their sometimes to some degree their marketing and how they strategize their image and get all the views and blah blah blah. There are viewers and there's okay, let me rephrase. I confused myself. There are people out there that have next to no subscribers or anything of any resort, and they make way better content than something along the lines of, I don't know, any of the big YouTubers, even decent YouTubers like PewDiePie. There are better people out there that have less subs than even us, for example. And it's just, so what I'm going to say is, at least from what I've learned, and I kind of regretted it. There's a funny little story to it, but I'll make it snappy. What you should do is, once one of your videos blows up, just temporarily make sure you focus on that. Make sure you put all your work into it. Make sure you put videos out that are similar to it. So once you have an idea that strikes gold and does blow up, stick to similar ideas. That's how you'll get your following no matter how big. People will sub and view specifically for that. And at the time, for the month or two being, they'll want more of that. And if you continue doing that, you'll become big in no time. There are many people out there that have done this and have succeeded to some degree. I have. Now with me, I could have gotten even bigger, but here's another important thing to talk about. I could have gotten even bigger than I am right now, last year, but I put my schoolwork in focus first. I put all my priorities straight. I put everything else aside, which in punishment, YouTube-wise, allowed me to not grow nearly as fast, and it kind of decreased in viewership, if you know what I mean, if you catch it. And that's because, again, I focused all entirely on work because I didn't want to slip. Many people of our generation, especially my age, people that are in college making videos in their dorms and stuff, like me, playing games and everything, a common flaw that is shown in them as a person that I encourage them improving, and most of the time they do happen to improve and get their shit together, excuse me if I swore, is they usually don't do well with their schoolwork, or they get out of their number one priorities are not set straight. They're focused on YouTube. Clout is a drug, and that's what I'll say for now. At least that's what I think. And if you can, you don't have to. If you can, make sure your videos are the best they can be. Make sure they are as unique as possible and well made, and etc., which I have faith in you guys that you will do eventually as you progress and make your videos better. Yes. But yeah, that's just my general experience and advice on how to do it. Don't focus on the views. Only focus on it when it's when it blows up. Have your mindset on the creativity of the videos, and make sure you have the proper priorities straight. And that's how you'll because you can be the most famous streamer on YouTube, but also drop out of school and look like a loser once your fame blows up and pops.
Well, Ethan, thanks, man. That was deep stuff, and we're definitely gonna start using that mindset in our videos.
Yeah, I hope so.
Network. Yeah, we got about like 2 minutes left. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for watching the podcast. We might be doing this again. I don't know. We've got to try. We've got to try getting more people. You know? This was a success. You know, really, this is a lot easier than getting camera set up and stuff.
Yeah,
but it lacks quality.
It's a lot easier, and I could say it's a lot easier to edit.
But just there's not a lot to look at. You know, we're not working that hard. You know,
and it's a podcast. It's a podcast, so.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, podcast.
You're not really looking at visuals here. You're just listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing. And and thanks Ethan for coming on the show at such
No problem.
We'll put your link to your channel in the description of this video.
There is no need to. You can do it if you want, but I'm not looking for the promotion. If anything,
I'm gonna do it anyways because I feel like it. I'm gonna do it.
All right, cool.
And follow our Instagram at Ryan Studios, or I think it's just Ryan Studios. Ryan's all capital, Studios lowercase.
Man, you can link that in the description too.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Good idea.
Go subscribe to Steve, Duncan, Lorenzo, and go Dark Jedi.
Oh yeah, go subscribe. Go subscribe to Lord Ginger.
All right, yeah, I'll put Nick's channel in there as well.
Yes, finally a shout out. Yes.
Mine is just Tasterdam. It's really easy.
They're gonna see it in the description, Steve. All right, Lorenzo, call us out.
I already did like 3 times.
All right, peace, y'all.
Okay,
peace, y'all.
Okay, whatever.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.